Imagine going to bed tonight, and not once, not a single time, opening your eyes to check the clock. No, 1:17 a.m. bathroom trip. No, 3:42 a.m. restless turning. No, 5 a.m. staring at the ceiling, already exhausted before the day even begins. Just deep, uninterrupted sleep. And imagine waking up feeling light, clear, calm. Your lower back relaxed, your hips loose, your bladder quiet, your mind steady. For many people over 60, that sounds impossible. You may have been told that waking up multiple times at night is normal. That bladder urgency is just part of aging. That stiffness, tension, and shallow sleep are simply the body wearing out. But what if that's not the full story? What if the real reason you keep waking up isn't your bladder at all? What if it's pressure? What if it's tension pulling on your pelvic floor, compressing your organs, overstimulating your nervous system? What if your body is stuck in a subtle state of alert, even while you're trying to sleep? And what if you could switch that off in just a few minutes before bed? In this video, we're not just doing stretches. We're performing a mechanical reset of your body's plumbing and electrical systems. Using gravity and breath, we're going to undo decades of stored tension. By the end of this video, you'll have a simple toolkit that could transform your nights and your days. So stay with me. Before we get started, welcome if this is your first time here. How old are you right now? Drop your age in the comments. We are reading and replying to each single one. Hit like, subscribe, and drop your country in the comments so we know where our family is growing from. Let's begin. Exercise 5. The Great Reset. Wall straddle with breath control. We begin with the foundation. Lie on your back close to a wall and gently swing your legs upward so your heels rest against it. Allow your legs to open into a comfortable wide V shape. Slightly bend your knees. Do not lock them. Place your hands on the outside of your thighs or knees to support their weight. This support is critical. Without it, your inner thighs may contract defensively. When the adductors tighten, they reflexively increase tension in the pelvic floor. We want the opposite, supported release, not forced stretching. This is not about flexibility, it's about neuromuscular safety. This position uses gravity to decompress the pelvis and improve venous and lymphatic return from the lower body. After decades of sitting, standing, and subtle clenching, many people over 60 carry constant baseline tension in the pelvic floor. These muscles support the bladder and bowel, but they also respond directly to stress, back pain, and emotional pressure. Over time, the nervous system can keep them partially contracted 24 hours a day. And here's the truth. A tight pelvic floor is a weak pelvic floor. Chronically shortened muscle fibers lose coordination. They cannot lengthen properly during urination, which means the bladder may not fully empty. Residual urine increases irritation and nighttime urgency. The muscle may also spasm, sending false "go now" signals to the brain during sleep. Research supports this mechanism. 2018 study published in Neurology and Urodynamics found that individuals with overactive bladder symptoms frequently demonstrated pelvic floor hypertonicity, excessive resting tension, rather than weakness alone. The researchers emphasized that relaxation training significantly improved urgency and nighttime frequency in many participants. In other words, learning to release can be more powerful than learning to squeeze. Now bring your awareness to the space between your sitting bones. Inhale slowly through your nose and imagine that space gently expanding, like a flower opening. Exhale softly. Do not push. Do not bear down. Do not squeeze. Simply allow gravity to assist the release. Stay here and breathe for several minutes. Now we move into phase 2. The nervous system reset. Gently bring your legs together and slide them down the wall. Place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Unclench your jaw. There is a direct neurological relationship between jaw tension and pelvic floor tension through shared fascial and neural pathways. If your teeth are tight, your pelvis is tight. Let your tongue rest softly on the floor of your mouth. Allow your lips to part slightly. Now breathe, so only your belly rises, not your chest. Slow diaphragmatic breathing stimulates the vagus nerve, shifting your body from sympathetic fight-or-flight mode into parasympathetic rest and digest. This lowers heart rate, reduces cortisol, and decreases bladder hypersensitivity. Studies on slow breathing protocols have shown measurable increases in vagal tone within minutes. Stay here for 7 to 10 minutes if possible. That's typically how long it takes for your nervous system to fully downshift into restorative mode. This is not just stretching. This is a full mechanical and neurological reset, preparing your body for deep, uninterrupted sleep. Exercise 4. Happy Baby Hip Decompression. From the wall position, slowly bend your knees and slide your feet down. Gently draw your knees toward your armpits. Instead of grabbing your feet, which can strain the neck and shoulders, hold behind your knees or at your ankles. This allows the hips to open without forcing the joints. Let your head rest heavy on the floor. Relax your jaw. Soften your shoulders. Now begin to gently rock side to side. This small movement is not random. It creates a subtle massage along the sacrum, the triangular bone at the base of your spine, where many nerves of the pelvic floor originate. When this area becomes compressed from years of sitting, driving, or poor posture, it can irritate the nerves that influence bladder signaling. The hips are one of the most common storage sites for both physical and emotional stress. When the hip flexors, deep rotators, and gluteal muscles remain tight, they pull on the pelvis and lower back. This creates a constant background tension that many seniors describe as a deep ache or stiffness at night. That ache doesn't just cause discomfort. It keeps the nervous system slightly activated, preventing deep sleep cycles. Happy Baby gently decompresses the lumbar spine by widening the sacroiliac joints and creating space between the vertebrae. It also softens the psoas muscle, which connects the spine to the legs and is highly responsive to stress. When the psoas is tight, it signals danger to the brain. When it relaxes, the body feels safe. There is research supporting the role of hip mobility and relaxation in reducing lower back discomfort. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Physical Therapy Science found that hip-focused stretching programs significantly reduced chronic low back pain and improved sleep quality in older adults. Participants reported not only less pain, but also fewer nighttime awakenings over an 8-week period. In addition, this position gently compresses and releases the abdomen as you breathe. That rhythmic pressure improves circulation to the digestive organs. For many seniors, nighttime bladder urgency is worsened by bloating or slow digestion, creating abdominal pressure. When the intestines are congested, they press against the bladder, mimicking urgency signals. I've seen seniors incorporate this movement into their nightly routine and report meaningful changes within just a few weeks. Many describe falling asleep faster. Others notice fewer trips to the bathroom. Some say their lower back stiffness in the morning dramatically decreased. The key was not intensity. It was consistency and relaxed breathing. As you hold the position, breathe deeply into your hips. Imagine the breath expanding the back of your pelvis. Inhale slowly through your nose. Exhale gently through your mouth. Stay for 60 to 90 seconds. You're not just stretching. You're decompressing your spine, calming your nerves, and reducing internal pressure, all of which prepare your body for deeper, uninterrupted sleep. Exercise 3. The Shell, Child's Pose. Now roll gently onto your hands and knees. Bring your big toes together and allow your knees to widen to a comfortable distance. Wide enough that your torso can settle between your thighs without strain. Slowly sit your hips back toward your heels. Walk your hands forward and lower your forehead toward the floor. If your hips don't reach your heels or your forehead doesn't comfortably touch down, place a pillow or folded towel underneath for support. Support is not weakness. It is intelligence. When the body feels supported, it relaxes more deeply. This position, often called child's pose, is what I like to call the ultimate nervous system timeout. It creates gentle flexion through the entire spine. From the tailbone all the way to the base of the skull, that flexion stretches the long spinal muscles that tighten throughout the day from standing, sitting, and subtle guarding patterns. But this is more than a stretch. When you fold forward and allow your abdomen to rest between your thighs, you create mild, steady pressure on the belly. That pressure stimulates the vagus nerve, one of the most important regulators of your parasympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic system is your rest, digest, and repair mode. It lowers heart rate, reduces blood pressure, and prepares the body for deep sleep. Chronic stress keeps cortisol elevated at night. Cortisol is meant to be highest in the morning to wake you up, and lowest in the evening to help you fall asleep. But many seniors experience a flipped rhythm. Mental stress, back pain, and subtle anxiety keep the adrenal glands overactive long after sunset. A 2017 study published in Frontiers in Human Neuroscience demonstrated that slow breathing combined with forward-folding, restorative yoga positions significantly increased parasympathetic activity and reduced cortisol levels. Participants showed measurable improvements in heart rate variability, a key marker of nervous system balance, after consistent practice. Lower evening cortisol is directly associated with fewer nighttime awakenings and improved sleep depth. In practical terms, that means this simple position helps tell your brain, the day is over, you are safe. As you rest here, breathe into your back body. Instead of pushing your belly down, imagine your ribcage expanding sideways and backward with each inhale. Feel the back of your lungs inflate. On the exhale, allow your shoulders to soften and your hips to sink heavier toward your heels. Stay here for about 2 minutes. During this time, your spinal discs gently decompress. Your adrenal system downshifts. Your heart rate slows. The mental noise begins to quiet. For many people over 60, this becomes the moment their body finally lets go of the day. And when the nervous system settles before bed, the bladder settles too. This is not just a stretch. It is a signal, one your body has been waiting to receive. Exercise 2. Gentle Cobra, Heart Opener. Now lie flat on your stomach. Place your hands under your shoulders, elbows tucked in close to your ribs. Let your forehead rest lightly on the floor for a moment. Press the tops of your feet gently into the ground and lengthen your legs back. Before you lift, understand this. This is not a push-up. This is a controlled spinal activation. On a slow inhale, gently lift your chest off the floor using your back muscles, not your hands. Your hands are there for light support only. Think of lengthening forward and up, rather than pushing straight up. Keep your neck long and your gaze slightly forward, not cranked upward. Your pelvis and lower ribs should stay connected to the floor. Why is this important before bed? Most people over 60 spend years, even decades, in a flexed posture, sitting in chairs, driving, leaning over phones, bending forward. This rounded position shortens the hip flexors, especially the psoas muscle, which connects the lumbar spine to the thighs. Tight psoas pulls continuously on the lower back and pelvis. That tension increases lumbar compression and can irritate nerves that influence bladder signaling. When the lower spine is compressed, the body often responds with guarding. Guarding increases muscle tone around the pelvis and abdomen, which can contribute to nighttime discomfort and even urgency sensations. Gentle Cobra reverses that pattern. By extending the spine carefully, you rehydrate the intervertebral discs through pressure changes. You also activate the posterior chain muscles, the spinal extensors and glutes, which are often weak in seniors. Balanced activation reduces strain on passive structures like ligaments and joints. There is scientific support for this type of spinal extension work. A 2016 study published in the Journal of Physical Therapy Science found that lumbar extension exercises significantly reduced chronic low back pain and improved functional mobility in older adults. Participants who performed controlled extension movements experienced measurable reductions in pain intensity and stiffness after several weeks. Reduced back pain strongly correlates with improved sleep quality. Additionally, gentle back bends open the front of the chest. When the chest expands, lung capacity improves. Better diaphragmatic movement enhances oxygenation and supports parasympathetic activation, the calm state we want before bed. Hold the lifted position briefly, just 1 or 2 breaths. Feel the front of your body open. Feel the spine gently awaken. Then lower slowly with control. Repeat this movement 3 to 5 times. Move slowly, no jerking, no forcing. If you feel sharp pain, reduce the range of motion. This exercise is not about intensity, it's about restoring balance. By counteracting slouched posture and releasing tight hip flexors, you reduce mechanical pull on the lower spine. Less spinal compression means fewer irritation signals traveling upward to the brain at night. And when the spine feels supported and open, the entire nervous system settles more easily into sleep. Small movement. Big impact. Exercise 1. Full body integration. Conscious relaxation. Now lie comfortably on your back. Let your legs rest naturally, slightly apart. Allow your arms to rest at your sides with your palms facing up. If your lower back feels tight, place a pillow under your knees. If your neck feels strained, support your head lightly. Comfort is essential because the body will not relax if it feels unprotected. This final step is not doing nothing. It is neurological training. Begin a slow body scan. Bring your awareness to your toes. Gently tell them to relax. Move to your calves. Let them soften and sink into the floor. Soften your knees. Release any subtle holding. Allow your thighs to grow heavy, as if gravity is increasing. Now consciously release your hips and pelvic floor completely. No clenching, no guarding. Just let go. Soften your belly. Let it rise naturally with each breath. Relax your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Soften the muscles around your eyes. Imagine you are shutting down your body room by room, like turning off lights in a house at night. One switch at a time. Why is this so powerful? Because many seniors are unknowingly holding low-level muscle tension all day and all night. The brain keeps certain muscles partially contracted as a protective reflex. Over time, this creates a state of hypervigilance. Even in sleep, the nervous system may remain on standby. Conscious relaxation interrupts that pattern. When you deliberately relax each body region, you activate cortical control over muscle tone. This reduces sympathetic nervous system activity, the fight or flight response, and enhances parasympathetic dominance. 2015 study published in JAMA Internal Medicine examined mindfulness-based body scan practices in older adults with sleep disturbances. Participants who practiced structured body awareness. Relaxation showed significant improvements in sleep quality, reduced insomnia, severity, and decreased nighttime awakenings compared to a control group. The researchers concluded that body-based awareness training directly improves sleep regulation by calming cognitive and physiological arousal. In simple terms, when the body feels safe, the brain allows deeper sleep. This integration phase is where everything you've done comes together. The hips have opened, the spine has decompressed, the nervous system has slowed. Now you seal it in. Stay here for several minutes. As you lie still, memorize this feeling. Notice the weight of your body supported by the floor. Notice the steadiness of your breath. Notice the quiet. This is the sensation you want your brain to associate with bedtime. The more consistently you practice this, the faster your body will shift into this state automatically. Over time, simply lying down may trigger relaxation instead of restlessness. This is where true reset happens. Not in effort, but in release. Let your body learn what calm feels like again. Bonus: 3 sleep hacks for seniors. Let's reinforce everything with 3 simple but powerful habits. 1. The 3-2-1 rule. 3 hours before bed, stop eating. Late meals keep digestion active and increase internal pressure on the bladder. 2 hours before bed, stop drinking fluids. This gives your kidneys time to process what you've consumed before you lie down. 1 hour before bed, perform this routine. Doing legs up the wall after stopping fluids helps your body reabsorb pooled fluid from the legs and circulate it before sleep, reducing nighttime urination. 2. Sensory control. Use warm amber lighting in the evening. Avoid blue light from phones and TVs. Play soft, calming music. Melatonin, your sleep hormone, thrives in dim, peaceful environments. 3. The detective's diary. Track your sleep quality and habits. Health is not random, it's cause and effect. Patterns reveal solutions. To wrap things up, if you are still here, it means you refuse to accept decline as inevitable. That alone is powerful. Good sleep is not a luxury. It is a biological right. Your body wants to sleep deeply. It wants to repair. It wants to restore. But chronic tension blocks that process. This routine isn't about forcing your body to change. It's about giving it permission to relax. Commit to this practice for 7 days, just 1 week. Do it consistently and observe what shifts: your energy, your mood, your morning stiffness, and those nighttime bathroom trips. Health is not a sprint. It's a daily practice. If this helped you, like this video and share it with someone who needs better sleep. Subscribe for more senior health routines that actually work. And tell me in the comments, how many times do you usually wake up at night? Your body is resilient. Give it the right conditions, and it will surprise you. Good night.